Hi, thank you for joining me. This is going to be a reading for Aquarius, and I'm just pulling cards and seeing what messages come through. Hopefully something would be helpful for you here if you came across this video. It's always a good idea to tap in. Not every message out there is for you. As with anything else in this world, we should always practice discernment, and we don't have to claim anything or accept any truth that doesn't feel like it is our personal truth. And these messages are just intended to possibly affirm something that you have already been sensing anyway. It's like when you talk to someone about something, just the very act of speaking it out loud sometimes brings you more clarity without the person offering you any specific advice or just giving you sort of a soundboard, something to bounce ideas off of. Let's see, Aquarius, what messages do we have for you? Ooh, increase. I must say, there's often this theme with the zodiac readings, with the series at any point when I'm doing it, and sometimes the energies that come through can be a little bit icky, and I sometimes it's because I pick up on collective energies, like at any given point in time, it's Mercury retrograde, makes it difficult to communicate. Sometimes there is global things happening in the world, and it's not fun things. Like sometimes it's really low vibrational, really painful, or really weird energies, and then it can often come through in themes in the zodiac readings. But this is a nice energy to start off for you, Aquarius. This is a number 3 card, and number 3s is growth and expansion, which leads to stability, which is a 4, right? So you are getting some sort of increase, and I don't want to jump the gun, and let's see with the other cards what this increase is about. Give me another card from this deck, please. We have loss. What a completely polar opposite energy. This is literally the opposite to each other in this deck. And my camera is not focusing. But anyway, this is a number 2 card, and these two together make a 5, so that's about change, right? And I feel like whether you've experienced loss previously and will now be experiencing increase, or whether you've had a cycle or a period of increase and now there's an event that happens and you experience some sort of loss, it is just that. It is seasons, it is cycles, and nothing is permanent. In this last card, there's a big ship here, and this man is standing there with a rope in his hands, and he's lost a big asset. And what I'm getting is that this isn't that you have necessarily, been doing good all along and having increase in your finances, in your life in some way, and now you're experiencing a loss. What I'm getting is that any losses that you might experience is not actually a loss. So even if you lose a big asset, it is for some sort of other increase to happen. Thing is, we can often get stuck or get down on ourselves, or angry or sad, or feel really bad about experiencing a major loss, and not be able to see why that is happening. And that's not to say that we shouldn't feel some type of way, feel our emotions and grieve and feel sad. The great gratitude card is at the bottom of the deck about having loss, whether that is emotional loss or physical, tangible loss. Your emotions are always valid, right? But once we've processed and dealt with our emotions over a loss, we can then embark on a new journey. Any ending is the beginning of a beginning, if that makes any sense. And what the path that you then start to embark on, there are other valuable things along that path, and that path will lead you to a place that you were intended to end up, whether that's a physical place, an emotional place, if it's a metaphorical thing. And it's important for us to still be able to reach for gratitude. It's funny, I just posted a poem about being grateful earlier this morning. Can we still reach for gratitude in times of loss? Grateful that I still have my health, even though I've lost a friendship. Grateful that this loss might be the end of some sort of stagnancy or some sort of period where things might have been good, but now they can be great. Let's see. Let's use the tarot and see if we can get any further messages for this deck. Yellow birds might be significant. Okay, I'm gonna take those. We have in crescent moon. This is the 6 of keys. I'm hearing burning the midnight oil with this card. Then we have the muse, and we have the light of the world, and someone knocking on someone's door. Either experiencing a loss is going to get you onto some creative path or inspire you with the muse to create something, and that can be anything. It doesn't have to be art or an artistic endeavor. But experiencing some sort of loss is going to inspire you in some way to create something. What's the light of the world? Let's see what's at the bottom of the deck here. This is giving the energy of someone either physically knocking on your door, or this can be your higher self, or energetically spirit, the universe, knocking on your door saying, hey, there's something else for you. And you might be getting downloads, or it might become clear to you over time what that is, that there's something else for you. Like if you didn't experience this loss, you might have just stayed where you are, doing the same thing, in the same job, in the same place. You might not have, see, this boat is untethered here, and I'm getting that some of your assets might have been tying you down. Like you own a home and there's so many responsibilities around that home, but now that you're forced to sell your house for some or other reason, you now have the freedom to become a travel writer or a travel blogger or something like that. And like it's something that you have considered, but you thought it would be too big an imposition to have to sell your house, or what would you do? And it doesn't have to be something related to a home. It can just be like now, you can go off and figure out what you truly want, as opposed to what you had, which might have been, you sort of defaulted into it. Like, that's just how life unfolded, and you landed there in that job, in that place, doing that thing. Even if you don't know what comes next, it's like now you have the opportunity to explore. Figure out, do I still want to do things in my life this way? Is there something that's going to bring me more fulfillment? Is there something more? Let's get another card. That one. Birth. From whatever change that comes here, and whether that is a loss or not, something new is going to be birthed. And our human minds, our egos, often want to know beforehand. You want to be able to plan and be in control of how your life unfolds and what happens next. But sometimes we can get in our own way if we know. We might delay things until we feel ready. And that can, I feel like the universe tries to harmonize things. So you meet the right people at the right time for that next thing to unfold, or you learn the skill which is going to lead you to that thing, and while you're there, you're helping someone in another way. I feel like the universe tries to harmonize things like that. But if you know that, okay, I'm going to lose this, I'm going to lose my keys next week on Tuesday at 4 o'clock, and that means I'm going to get locked out of my house, and that isn't something that I want to experience it. And so we might, if you knew you were going to lose your keys, you probably would take steps not to lose your keys. But you losing your keys on that day and being locked out of your house means that you come across someone or something. And that's exactly the thing you needed for the next part of your journey. So I guess we are not meant to know everything, and we are not meant to control everything that happens in our lives, but we can control how we feel about things, and not get so emotionally bogged down by things that we can't recover from our experiences, good or bad. Or get comfortable in something that is good, but there's still a progression that needs to happen. There's something more that needs to happen. I do feel like this is about some sort of work or purpose. And basically what you need to know is whatever you experience now, there will be increase again from any losses. And the increases that you experience might be from inspiration that you get from your losses. And what you need to be doing is focusing on mastering a certain skill, and that can be mastering your own emotions, mastering the saying mind over matter, how to master the monkey brain, the parts of us that wants to freak out at any sign of something going wrong, or the parts of us that gets triggered from old wounds when someone says or does this, or we see something in this way. It can be self-mastery, right? Or it can be mastering an actual skill in your job. Whereas you might have stayed in a certain position or level in work, now that you've lost something, you might have more time to focus on improving your skills. And so that's where the increase comes along. So I guess that's just a heads up for you, Aquarius. Remember to find the gratitude in the simple things, in the little things. She's out there in nature with the birds. Sometimes we lose focus. Like, yes, it's amazing to achieve great things and to amass wealth, but sometimes in a moment of loss, we get the time and the space to just breathe and just be and enjoy the things that are around us, whether that's people in your life, to find new appreciation for yourself, for hobbies or things that you might have put down or put on the back burner because you were so busy working. There's something about being grateful, something or someone that may have been overlooked, that you may have the space, the time, or even the energy to enjoy, because this yellow card is for me the energy of fun and happiness. Or maybe even just finding happiness within yourself and not having your happiness be dependent on someone or something else or the external things. That is your reading, Aquarius. I hope that was helpful. And if you've made it this far, please like, share, or comment and subscribe. And I hope that I will see you again in another video.